Good morning, tubers. It's Tuesday. It's about 5:45. We're about 60 degrees, and we'll open the garage for a minute. Sun's just starting to come up. It's my son's car. He's working on it. And it's about 30 degrees outside, so it's frickin' cold. Want to see an interesting style cue? Yeah, that's the front end off of the front bumper cover off his Cruise. His fog lights took a dump on him. Let's see. This bracket broke. I don't know how it goes together, but the bracket broke. It's supposed to look like this. So, it's got a new bracket coming in, and that's it. Hang on, guys, let me shut this off. I'll be right back. About that. Real quick on what my brother's restoring. I said it was a 1928 Model T. It's a 1923 Model T. Sorry about that. We're looking for all the glass for the car. So if anybody's got any ideas, somebody showed me Mac. Jerry knew about that and has dealt with them for parts for this. But anybody else has any ideas or suggestions, please leave a comment. Oop, there goes the phone. So, what we're doing today is we're sanding again. We got the top of this the sand, the underneath the sand, and the sides and the underneath of this the sand. It's 30 some odd degrees outside, and it's a little nippy in here, even though it's 60 degrees in here. I fire that up just to take the chill out of the air. Besides, your hand's going to be in water anyway, wet sanding, and I don't want to get really super cold out here. I hate the cold. So we're going to get that fired up as soon as we bring the temperature up in here to about 70 some odd degrees. We'll get a bucket of warm water, put a little soap in it, and we'll start sanding these down and getting those ready. Okay, so that's all I got for now. When I have more, I'll turn it back on later. Hey, tubers. I got it about 70 in here. So, yeah. But before we start sanding, I got some fill work right in here I got to do. There was a dent in here and I pounded it most out, but it'll definitely show up once I get it. So, make up some Bondo and fill it in there. So, when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey, tubers, got some muds slapped in here, and we'll be hitting that with 220, and then the rest was 600 wet. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey, tubers, it's all sanded down, and now we'll get the rest of the panel with 600 wet, and we'll go from there. Hold on, I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to show you guys something. I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but look at the deck lid and the shine it's got. So, yeah. It might look cool molded on the back there. And put the taillights right in there. Cut it off right there. Put the backup lights where the fog lights go. Yeah, right. As if I haven't got enough to do on this car. So, when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Good morning, tubers. It's Wednesday, January 24th, about 8:15. And we're warming up in here. It was about 58 in here when I fired up the heater. and it's going on 64, and that is fired up. So first off is we'll work on the cowl panel today. Let me get some of this stuff out of here. It's 220, we don't need that. Let's see, that's 600. Yeah, made in Canada, that's 600 from the block. Okay. Yeah, we'll work on the cowl panel today. Get this all down, see if we need any glazing compound in here once we wet sand it. Get it all wet sanded, and then we'll flip over and do the header panel. Get that all done, and then once we get those done, then we'll figure about how much paint we're going to need to touch these back up again, like my little boo-boo right here. And there's one there. Yep, right there. It broke out, and right there it broke out, but deck lid is pretty good. Then once we get the panels sanded and everything else, deck lid will go back on the car, and then we'll put the car up on jack stands, and we got some work to do underneath the car. Some wiring I want to do. If you remember correctly, several videos ago I was talking about the where's the purple wire? Right here. About the neutral safety switch, and there's one built into the Tremec, and so we're going to fish this down through that loom right there. Right there, that goes down, and that's for the speedometer, and get the neutral safety switch hooked up underneath both seats in the rear. There are several areas in the floor plan that the previous owners have drilled holes in that we need to weld up. So all the seats are coming back out again, and we'll weld those up. I want to finish most of the mechanical and welding work on this thing before I get it ready for paint. So since we started on final body work on that and the header panel and the cowl, they both have to be put in color, at least underneath here. And we'll start on this quarter panel and work our way around and get this done. The top of it isn't going to be that difficult, except it's been dirty, but I figure it shouldn't take me more than maybe two weeks, maybe 3 weeks to work around the body on this and get it ready for paint. That'll still put us well in advance of the month of April, because that's when temperatures will warm up again to where we can paint. So there are a few other things we can take care of the car. But I'm rambling on, and that's where we're at. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, the top is all sanded. These are a pain sanding in here, but the top's all done. We got the bottom yet to do, and we have the bottom to do on the header panel too. Then we can touch this up and wet sand all over again. So that's all I got for today, and when I have more, I'll turn it back on later.